Hello and welcome back to more Aurora 4X. Let's get this up screen and let's even change our background. Should have done that first. Ooh, very fitting. Very fitting indeed. If only you could see my other monitor. Two planets crashing together. None of that gonna happen today in Aurora. Today, we're gonna try and ravage a couple of planets. Yes. Yes, we are, indeed. I want to get this moved out of the way. There we go. All right, well, where did we leave off last time? Seeing as my early adolescent onset Alzheimer's, or whatever I want to call it, my memory loss and horrible memory, I can't remember. So let's check this out. Okay, so we've got Mercury and Mars, which have a total of 9 million duranium. That's an insane amount of duranium that's going to take us thousands of years to go through. Earth has a decent amount. Okay. Let's see what we got going here. Luna. Tritanium, okay. Io, corundum, Mercury. Mars, splendid. All right, let's check our minerals. Okay, we're almost done surveying all the moons. We got about a little over half the rocky planets surveyed, and absolutely no asteroids surveyed yet. Do we still have a survey ship? Yes, our Dragon X is our survey ship. That is the Essex. Then we've got the moved at as quickly as possible. That's our Lexington. He's doing absolutely nothing right now. And then we've got nothing in shipyard. And then we got the Terraformers, which is going to change the moon into a beautiful, lush, green, fantastic place for everyone to frolic and enjoy. So yes. So we need to get this up to 0.2. Well, between a 0.1 and a 0.3. So, yeah. All right. What are we doing with science? Oh, we've got 10 available labs. Okay, let's do the terraformizing here. Now, I play Aurora a little bit differently than some people. I have been watching a couple of other YouTubers play it quite a lot lately. And what I've noticed that they do is they will sit there and research 1 or 2 things at a time, or 8 or 9 things at a time, but have, just a couple of labs. The way I like to do it is I like to get a lot of minds and apply 20 research labs to every researcher, it provided their level permits it, and then just spam the entire tree. So if I'm doing logistics and ground combat, I would select the person, if we had one, 20 labs, and just start here, just create, and then just queue the rest up on that one person, and just let them go. And when it tells me I've got 20 labs left, I look up here, BGCP, etc. I don't see LG. Logistics and combat, bam, and I do it all over again. This ensures, not perfectly, but it provides a very consistent level of technology advancement, instead of saying, okay, well, I've got generation 9 engines and generation 3 shields and generation 4 missiles and generation 2 Gauss cannons and generation 6 CIWS. It just gets to be a pain in the butt. Now, granted, that is still going to happen, but you won't have it as much in the same tech tree. Like, I won't have, a 36 centimeter focal length for lasers and a 12 centimeter for microwaves. Just, it doesn't seem realistic to me as far as that goes, because just even with the fact that, Earth is down to 500 million people instead of 7.5 billion people, you would still have multiple disciplines. You would have more research going on than this, especially if we're going through a scientific renaissance. It just, I know there's a couple things about Aurora that just kind of, So yeah, so that was terraforming. That's what it was. Yeah. Terraforming. Yes. All right, so we get the next one done. Now, one thing is, as of yet, I have not messed with genetic engineering at all, whatsoever. So, when the time comes, unless I've done that on a side game, I have no clue what I'm doing. I just, it's like, huh? What? What? Really? Alright, so where is our Dragon X? Okay, Dragon X is out here doing a geological survey at Haika. It is Haika-ing its butt out to Haika. Alright. More terraformizing. And these will slow down, obviously, as they become more expensive. But two of the most important ones, in my opinion, is the research. Get your research as high as possible, as quickly as possible. And terraforming, because that will make this jump up significantly. And in fact, what I am going to do is come to the shipyards and I'm going to build a couple more terraformaces. Now, I am going to... Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to run here and I want to go... famous gardeners. So I'm going to start naming the terraformaces after famous gardeners. Why? Why not, right? Let's see. Most of these I have never heard of. Yeah, I've really honestly... Okay, you know what? This is one. There. Ah! No, no, backspace. There we go. Johnny Appleseed. That's going to be our next terraformus. I'm going to build about 5 terraformuses because when I want to colonize a planet, I want to colonize a planet. I don't want to have to wait 200 years. All right, we got mass drivers on Earth. We got 20, which is fantastic. They don't have any mines yet here. So we have automated mines coming up next. All right, so we want to come to our move that as, go to Earth, and we want to tell it to move a mass driver, and we want to select 1. You must tell it 1, because we have 50,000 tons worth of cargo space, right? Well, a mass driver weighs 25,000. And if you tell it just to load them, it will literally load 2 and it will not care. So we want to add that move. Then we want to go to Luna and unload. Then we're going to repeat this process with Mars, Mercury, and Io. Io! Mass driver. Okay, make sure I'm clicking the right ones here. I have done this before where it's like I click on minerals or something else instead and it's like, why didn't you work? Why didn't you do what you're supposed to do? Why didn't you do what you're supposed to do? You slacker! Dragon is almost there, and he's got to go out even further and even further. Okay, let's make sure. Okay, yes. My webcam is off. You guys don't need to see me play this. This game really is kind of boring, and I mean, yes, I could turn that on, and, you know, hi. But it gets in the way. So we're just going to have it as is. Now, I'm still trying to find music. I was looking at using SoundCloud, but nothing on there is Creative Commons or copyright free. And also, the musicians on there, it's not that they're opposed, but they are under contract with their record labels and such like that, and there's not a lot on there, at least that I've been able to find, that are really in that much control of their own music. I mean, yeah, you've got the random people that make music with like Fruity Loops and Sony Vegas and and stuff like that, but they generally don't upload onto places like SoundCloud. They upload onto like Creative Commons places because they really don't care. They're just doing it for the fun of it. And I have yet to find any like that myself, and I have yet to have a single one of you people who are watching this give me any resources. So I'm still looking. I'm still trying to find some adequate music. Again, I'm looking for like, grand opera, spacey, John Williams kind of stuff, so that it's I can just play it in the background. It's relaxing, but yet still suspenseful and dramatic and stuff like that, so that we can have a little bit of background instead, these silences where I'm not saying anything, or I'm sucking on my e-cigarette, or whatever, and it feels like awkward science, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I know you guys don't like it either. Why? Because if I'm watching somebody on YouTube and there's an awkward silence like that, I don't like it either. So, I understand. I completely understand. Like that one right there. That was kind of an awkward silence. And I'll tell you what, talking for a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours at a time, constantly to avoid awkward silences, really dries your throat out. Towards the end, you're just like, oh my god, I can barely keep talking. That's why you always see me sucking on Coke and water and tea and stuff like that. Today I'm swinging on some Coca-Cola Classic, 16.9 fluid ounce bottle. That's just what I'm drinking. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what was that? What was that? Whoa, what was that? Lieutenant Commander Ember Day has joined your Naval Office Gordon. Initiative 104, crew training rating 150, logistics, yada yada yada. I don't care about exceptional new officers. I really don't. So we can go, no. Boom! Hidden. Ha, bye-bye. See, you're gone. However, we do want to take labs, and we want to go red. And we want to go white. Now, every time... I haven't covered this yet. But every time one of these events happens... Okay, it's not doing anything here because it's just a turn. But every time this specific event happens, that will pop up as that color. So there is that. So we're going to try and get our research up to about the 1,000 mark before we start trying to do things like, pump our propulsion drives up to like, tier 6 and stuff like that. Because once you start getting to like the 80, 90, and 100,000 levels, it gets really expensive really quickly. And I had that Terraformers. Yeah, I had that Terraformers. It should be done. Yes, it is. So let's build another one. Stop time. Stop time. Stop time. God, stop time. Ah. All right. So we need another famous, Celebrity Gardener Wikipedia. Yeah. Yes. I don't know any of these people. But then again, it's not like I'm exactly into gardening, so... Here. Roy Lancaster. He's still alive. Born in 1937, he's a British plantsman, gardener, author, and broadcaster. Congratulations. I just named it. A Terraformers after you. Get rid of that second line if it's there. Great. There we go. So yeah, as I was saying with this, why is that not? Why is that gone? Okay, let's try and change this to 1,000. Might suck up more memory, but I've got the memory to spare. Our dragon is slowly heading back to Earth to refuel. And that's another reason why we need to get our research rate up. So let's see. So yes, research completed is yellow. That's not supposed to be yellow. I wanted it red. With white. I remember it was the research started that I put as red and white. I don't know. Okay, terraforming. Wow, you are getting up there. 60% bonus. That's crazy. So she's getting 3 times bonus because she's a specialist in biology and genetics, and then she's getting a 60% on top of that. So I'm just going to give this person 1 lab for now. Just 1 lab. And let's give it a 5-day tick. So she went through 18.9. So she's getting, for every 1 research point that she does, she's getting roughly 4. Because 4 times 5 would be 20. So I think that's how it works. Now if we do 10, she cuts it down by like almost 200. And if we go a month, 148.6. Yeah, so she's pumping out 1,100 research every month. That girl is insane. Although I have seen up to like a 75% before, and they were able to do like 60 labs, and it was just wow. It was truly crazy how fast they went. Okay, so the our Roy Lancaster has been completed. Now let's detach both of those. We want to click task groups, and we want to join. Okay, well, John Apple. Okay, well, no. Okay, delete this one. There we go. Johnny Appleseed. Terraform us. Okay, Lancaster, you can get detached. And then Terraform us, I want you to join him. Now let's go check Moss. No, Luna. Yes. So we're going at a 0.0081. It's actually 2.3. Oh, come on, they should be there by now. They should be there by now. It only takes like 2 hours to get there right now. Okay, yeah, it looks like they're in there. So yeah, apparently there's a little bit of a glitch going on here, because if I look, let's refresh everything. In here and go here. Okay, yeah, see, it's showing 2.3 still. So something is wrong. So let's pull this guy out and pull you out and see if that helps. No. Okay, let's give it a 30-day jump. See if that did anything. Nope, still only seeing 2.3 effective terraformers in orbit. Let's move them out and back in. Broke game. There we go. Alright, let's see. Okay, the completed orders. Let's see. Environmental, Luna. Yeah, there we go. So see, now it's showing 7.3. So now we should be able to join them up. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it here. We want the Terraformus. I want to bring the Johnny Appleseed in. And we want the Roy Lancaster. I want to bring him in. Okay, now let's give it another 30-day chunk. And And hopefully it still shows as 7.3. Excellent. So there's some weird stuff that goes on with the creation of your terraformer fleets. So just kind of keep that in mind, I guess. Alright, so what is Earth doing? Earth is doing a lot of mines. Alright, after the mines, we're going to do 10 more labs. And then we're going to do 100 more construction facilities. And then we're going to do a commercial shipyard complex. And then we're going to do another 50 fuel refineries. And then we're going to set up 2,000 maintenance facilities. And there is a very big reason for that, which we will get to at some point in the future. God, the dragon is going so slow. What's my research doing? Alright, the next person that completes, we're going on to power and propulsion to get the nuclear pulse drive. Yes. Well, we're going to research probably 4 or 5 reactors, and then we'll research 4 or 5 drives all at the same time. That way we can go from like 70 meters a second all the way up to like 7,000 meters per second. Because it will make a huge difference in our engines. Now, because of his orders, excuse me, dry throat, the dragon is going to try and get all the way out here. So what I'm going to do at this point, because his butt is so slow at everything he does, we're going to remove the moon and planet and just tell him any body so he can get to surveying some of the asteroids. Now, the asteroids, some of them can be awesome. Like, they can be like Venus here and have like 7, 8, 9, 20, 30 million of one resource and have like a 0.4, 0.5, something like that. But a majority of them are like Earth here, you know, Earth and Venus combined. You know, they got like 40,000 minerals, but they're an accessibility of 0.1. Those are truly the bane of my existence, because in generally speaking, my solo games, that's all I get. Like, I'm playing a game right now, and my population on Earth is like 12 billion, and I've run out of resources in pretty much every planet around the solar system, and like the next 7 solar systems that I've explored have like no minerals. Like, there's 3 of them that have absolutely no planets and no asteroids at all. There's one that's got an enemy that I can't even come close to possibly defeating. Another one has a couple that are just like, yeah, they've got like 200 asteroids, but it's, you know, 20,000 at a 0.1, 40,000 at a 0.1, that kind of stuff, and it's frustrating. Alright, we completed the automated mines on Earth. Now we're building the research labs. So we want to take the move that ass, and we want to go to Earth, and we want to load automated mine, and we want to go to Luna, and we want to unload automated mine, and we want to repeat that forever. We need to give you a special order. If your fuel is less than 40%, refuel it constantly. Now, I'm being aggressive with that 40% because just like the Dragon here, they only have the conventional engine, if I'm not mistaken. Lexington. Nope, that's a second generation. Okay, so they're moving pretty quick. So I could probably cut them down to about 20%, because they're just going between Earth and Moon right now, so that's fine. Drink of water. Okay, so we've got extra, and we discovered a reactor. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna research about 5 or 6 reactors, so we can just jump directly into a super awesome generation 6 or 7 engines and not have to mess with it. Now, we could go and design an engine right now, So we could design, another second generation, but all of our technology is pretty much identical to what it was with what the engine we have now is. Okay, research. You add. So Earth is going to complete a new lab about what, every 3 or 4 days or months? Okay, so that's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So about every 4 months, Earth is completing a research lab. And this gets tedious and boring because you got to come back in here every 3 or 4 months. And this will dramatically speed up our research rate, obviously. Because she went from like, what, 9,000 or 10,000 a year to she's now 16,000. Yeah, so she went from 10,000 a year to 17,000 a year, and after we get all 20, that will literally double her rate. And we are going to give her all of them right now. So what do we want to do? We've got terraforming, that's at 300,000, so we're going to put you on research rate. Even though it's 150,000, that is just crazy. But it's worth it. And you may be thinking, no, it's not worth it because I don't have the population covered. I need to get like weapons and stuff like that. Yes, it is worth it because the things that we are trying to research, we'll be able to get them just so much faster once we get these rates up. And once I get to like level, I'm going to say level 6 on my engine technology, which I can, again, come up here and check on my design view. Because I'll be honest, I don't know the names well enough to know that this is tech level 4, this is tech level 5, so forth and so on. I just know them well enough to know that nuclear is generation 1. Yeah. All right, now we're going to pump 10 more labs at the very back end of everything. And you know what, we're going to... Yeah, okay, yeah, we want the construction facilities next. Now watch what this does to our construction. Now we don't have... I don't think we have construction rate. Yeah, so we can increase our construction rate, and that's per module per year. So right now we've got 450 modules building at a rate of 10. Now, so construction rate of 10, ordnance rate of 10, fighter rate of 10, that is all this stuff, right? So fighter production, construction production, mining production, what was the other one? Ordnance. Ordnance. Where is that? I think that is under missiles. Yeah, ordnance production. And then the mining obviously applies to this. So we're 300 mines at a 10x, gives us a mining rate of 1.45 times governor bonus, gives us 4,350 a year. So all of these rate increases things, they add up very slowly, but they are so worth it in the long run because it saves you so much damn time. So let's see, we're at 6482 right now. So that should go, yeah, so I didn't see how many that jumped. So 65, 38, and 82. So we made 5 of them and we went up 70. Now that is also calculating the governor bonus. And for every chunk that they complete, they're going to build these that much faster. Which is the beautiful thing about the construction factories. So building 1,000 of them is going to take you 50 years. right? And as they build, your time is going to dramatically shrink. So it might actually only take you 25 years. However, the next 2,000 will only take you like 10 years. And the next 2,000 will only take you like a single year. So construction rate really is just insanely overpowered. All right, now we can build our commercial shipyard, and this would have taken like 2 years, maybe 3 years before we had the construction bits on. All right, now we want to take both of these guys and tell them to continually expand, and this is going to suck up our resources significantly. And what I have a habit of doing is I have a very, 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 very bad habit of just forgetting about that. And I'll go back, and because I'll get like a warning down here, I'm running out of resources for X. And I'll come in here and be like, where's this stuff going? And I'm like, oh, it's going into my naval yard. Oh my God, because it says, you know, it'll tell you shortage in naval yard. And I'll come over here and I'll look, and I'll have like 900,000 naval capacity. And at that point, you're just like, oh my God, I've wasted so many minerals, it's not even funny. But right now we want these to be about a 300,000, because that's roughly the size of any ship that I'm going to build for the foreseeable future. And that's going to be like a cargo ship. Now, my attack vessels, I'm really shitty at designing attack vessels right now. So they end up being like 120,000, 180,000, 260,000. I think I've got one at like 640,000. So they get big really quick. So that naval yard that had this capacity of 970 million or something like that, or 1,000 tons, really paid off in the end. It was really worth it. So that's about it for this episode. Actually, I'm going to leave it at that with the research screen here. And when we come back, we're going to do some more research. Until next time, folks, love to hear from y'all. Talk to you later. Peace out.